Good afternoon, trend traders. This is Dennis Wilborn from the Active Trend Traders. Welcome to Happy Tax Day, April 15th. Hope everybody got their taxes in, and hopefully some of you have already gotten your returns back. Today I wanted to talk real quickly about one-day reversals and Murphy's Law. They are related. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody that all materials you hear here are for training purposes only, and traders should always pay per trade any new method prior to risking the risk of personal capital. So Murphy's Law. As an engineer, I used to always hear Murphy's Law, the number one is basically, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Here is Murphy's Law in real life. I found this photo. Supposedly this photo was actually taken. It's the British Navy, and this is off the coast of South Africa. They were doing exercises. And how would you like to be this diver as Mr. Jaws comes up to take a snack? However, at closer review, I'm going to have to really check this out, because that sure looks like the Golden Gate in the background. And but nonetheless, it's a perfect example of if something can go wrong, it will. Here he thought he was safely climbing back in the helicopter, and he turns out being a Jaws snack. Well, how does that relate to what's going on in the market? I was listening, yesterday evening, I was reviewing some stocks that I was interested in potentially getting long in, and I saw two reports in IBD. One was about Kihu, and the other was about Tesla. Both of them were indicating that, these were the two top-notch stocks of the day for earnings and sales growth, and they were strong growth stocks, which I agree they are. But we'll look at a chart on both of those in a little bit. But what about this reversal day? Here's the Russell. The Russell comes down and hits. Guess what? Early in the day, Russell was looking really ugly, as was the NASDAQ. It looked like the sell-offs were continuing to move down in a very dramatic way, and everybody's kind of throwing in the towel, if you will. And then, what do? We go down below the 200-day moving average, where it had bounced already one time yesterday, and it rebounds. And now on the Russell, we have a bullish harami pointing towards potentially more of a rebound. Where is the likely place to rebound to? Well, we've got the 8-day coming down. We've got the 100-day right above it. What about, as I was saying earlier, Tesla? Tesla. Is it safe to go back in the water on Tesla yet? I find it really interesting that here's a stock that I read about last night, and this morning I was reading, and one, it fell off the leaderboard and was moved to the cut board, and another author I read said that he basically was getting out of Tesla as quickly as possible. And, potentially the time to get out of Tesla was back here. Because look what it does as it hits this area down here. It hits off the 100-day moving average and reverses back up. So what we got was it filled this little window here and then gapped back up, flips in a nice hammer. Again, where might it go from here? Back to the 8, back to the 20-day as it comes on down, which was about 210. It'd be a nice little $10 move back up to the upside. But now we have a definitive place where there is a strong level of support. And last but not least, a stock that I've been trading for quite some time that I have conviction on, Kihu. Kihu, same type of situation. We get down here, and where does it decide to bounce? Kihu was looking ugly. earlier today. We have a $7.54 range today. Comes down. Where does it rebound off of? Right off of old support at about 94 bucks and the 200-day moving average. So if we were throwing in the towel today, and it seems like this is inevitable in the market's translation of Murphy's Law, is that the market tends to always turn around on the day that I capitulate and I throw in the towel. So that's it for one-day reversals. We've got several across many stocks and across all of the NASDAQ and the Russell. So for today's tech tip, this is Dennis Wilborn with the Active Trend Traders. Trade wisely and profitably. Good day.